Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop. I want to say a warm welcome to all of you new viewers and subscribers. Maybe you've discovered the channel because of my recent watch unboxings. If you haven't already, why not consider subscribing? I typically release a video every day, which is Warhammer related, but on Sundays I like to mix it up and have a non-Warhammer related video. I want to say a massive thank you to all of the members and supporters of the channel and everybody that uses the Patreon and the Element Games affiliate links. This week I've mainly focused on Dark Angels, specifically Horus Heresy Forge World kits. Next week there will be a continuation of that, but I'll also be reviewing the Space Marine Scouts. So let's go on over to the Warhammer community site right here, and if we look back about a week ago to the 27th right here, not many pre-orders last weekend, just a load of made-to-order pre-orders like the Tomb Kings, the Leech Priests, the Battle Standard on Bearer, the Bretonian Lord on Pegasus, a few others, and just a digital book. So probably the smallest pre-order release possibly all year, unless they skip a week one week. So yeah, very, very sparse pre-orders. The next day though, wow, on the Sunday they always put up the pre-order preview for the next week. So this is what you can pre-order from today. Crazy. So you've got the whole Dawnbringers book 4, the Mad King Rises, very Elden Ring looking. I will pick him up eventually. It looks incredible, this Mortarch of Delusion. You've got the Fangs of the Blood Queen. Bit of a shame that the Fang of Nulamia is locked behind this paywall of wolves and bats. The bats, I've got these kits, and they will be coming to the channel for a review very soon, along with all of the Soulblight Gravelords models, which for some reason I just skipped reviewing them. But the bats are quite standard. I say easy to build. There's no options. What you see is what you get. They go together in one way. You know, you can't pose them. And the wolves, similar sort of story. With the wolves, both of those sets, I wouldn't recommend getting 2 lots of them, but you know, if you've got one set of them already and you really like Nolamia, then I guess having an extra set isn't too bad, you know, if you do want to fill out your sort of direwolves force. You've also got the Battle Tome Flesh Eater Courts. So this is the book, lovely artwork. I always think the artwork for Age of Sigmar is just way better than 40k at the moment. You've got the Grand Justice Gormain with this, you know, roll of intestines and things as the judge's wig. It looks incredible. It's crazy how Age of Sigmar has become more grimdark than 40k. You've got this Abhorrent Cardinal and the Royal Decapitator, of course, with some severed heads. You've got the Vargulf Courtier. You've got the Marrow Scroll Herald. You've got some Crypt Guard, which look great. You've got the Morb Heg Knights, which look ferocious. And you've got some dice. I want to say that they're glow in the dark, but you know, they're just grey and red. I mean, that makes sense. It matches the skin and then the blood, obviously, or the flesh. Then Necromunda, you've got 1 mini, this Ironhead Squat Prospector. You've got the Store Anniversary models. You've got Brachy of the Gilded Key and Invocation of the Elements. So this Ethereal for the Tau Empire. I think you can change the actual element there, maybe, I think. And then you've got the White Dwarf, issue 497. We're getting close to that issue 500. That'll be a big milestone. And then out of nowhere, an Orc Chopper bottle opener is going to be released. For Warhammer Plus, you've got the Battle Report for Age of Sigmar. You've got Lawmasters for the Deathwing, and it looks like you get a painting guide as well with the Citadel Colour Masterclass. So quite a few pre-orders up for today. Yeah, I would have preferred the Flesh Eater Courts to be released, you know, staggered. So maybe have Usher on, and then maybe the Crypt Guard and one of the characters, and then the rest of the products the week after. But this is just what they do now, guys. So you know, they release everything for the army in one day. So although they don't stagger their pre-orders, I guess maybe you could take it upon yourself to stagger them yourselves, if that helps. You've got Celebrate the Return of Usheron with a free Crypt Guard and a Black Library coin. So yeah, ask your store how to claim one. I think you have to spend a certain amount of money to get the collectible coin, and then you get your free album. How many coins have they got? Has anyone got all of the coins so far? I don't know. But yeah, painting Usheron, a little bit of a showcase there. They, you know, give you a look at all the different colours and the ratios, which could come in very handy. Very Elden Ring. I like this sort of this person that's sort of trapped in his cloak. It's fantastic. I love it. It is very Elden Ring-ish. Yeah, it's probably one of the closest models you get. So if you like Elden Ring, it might be worth picking up the model just for that. White Dwarf 497. A little look at that with Tyranids there, Insidious Infiltrators, and some Warhammer Old World. Warhammer Events miniatures announced, so these will be the minis at the events for 2024 to pick up. They'll only be available at the events, but I think usually GW release them a little bit later on individually. This one caught my eye. This one looks very, very nice. The Steel Rook, it's called. It's an alternate Arc Knight for the Free Guild Command Corps. Continue the animal theme. Adding a third bird option to bear or fish knights you can build from the main core kits, even accompanied by an actual rook. So looks like a decent looking knight. I like the theme of the knight as well. You got the Rumour Engine. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. There's flies on there, so I'm thinking kind of Nurgle, or is that? It must be. It doesn't really look like bees. It looks more like big fly type things on a tree. So maybe it's wood elves. I don't know. Maybe it's Nurgle. Yeah. You got MetaWatch 40k. You've got the Warhammer 40k app gets even better with 2 key changes. Yeah, you've got like a command bunker type thing. Age of Sigmar Arena of Death. Hail the mightiest hero in the mortal realms. So yeah, you get a little spoiler alert and stuff. So yeah, we won't go too much into that because there's spoilers. Flesh Eater Courts March on the Narwood with free rules for Warcry. That's pretty cool. You got Death Reigns, new regiments of renown, and free rules for Usheron. And then Horus Heresy Thursday, we had a look at these scouts. We had a look at these Hot Rod Sentinels. They do look pretty short, pretty stumpy. I say pilot is not that far off the ground. Very short and stumpy. It's called a Hermes. Oh dear, light sentinel. Imagine if you get Hermes to deliver your Hermes. So yeah, these are those. They do look pretty stumpy though. Cheeky little Volkite on there. Yeah, you get 2 models in there with up to 6 in each unit. Still, you know, it's nice that we're getting more Solar Auxilia. Just a different faction for Horus Heresy, which is good. Fangs of the Blood Queen. So this is how she wages war. You've got the download the war scroll here for free, which is fantastic. Look at this. This is what she's equipped with. The Nolarmian Warglaive. Yeah, decent number of attacks. Hits and wounds are good. Ren's alright, and the damage is nice. But you've got she's a wizard, so you've got Death's Construction. She can only be hit on a unmodified hit roll of 5 or 6, which is quite nice. And I think she can get the snake to eat people as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's her sort of free rules. Cut deals and betray your friends with the new Triumph of Treachery rules in the new book. That's nice scenery, isn't it? Oh, could they release that scenery separately? Making deals, different command points and things. And then how to bring some colour. So 2 different approaches. There you go. So different ways of painting him. You've got the Gormain's Gallows. Call the Judge. Settle disputes. Dawnbringer Chronicles 19, is that? So a little short story. And then Fantastic Flesh Eater Courts by the community. So yeah, it just gives you some extra ideas of how to sort of paint them. And that's it for all the news. So quite a lot of news this past week. I'll say that. A lot of Age of Sigmar, a lot of Flesh Eater Courts, and a little bit of Horus Heresy as well. Let's go on over to the Games Workshop web store and have a look at all of the Flesh Eater Courts new releases and their prices. Okay, so here we are on Games Workshop's, apparently they call it a web store, but it's just a collection of thumbnails, isn't it? But there are some products on here. They're just very difficult to kind of find and buy and things. But if we're on new and exclusive right now, this is pre-orders apparently. And if can we do sort by price descending? There we go. Yep, okay, that's sorted it out. Okay, so the first thing up for new and exclusive to pre-order is Osharon. I wonder if I click it. Let's see what happens. So £70. Not too bad. I mean, I would have preferred them at 60. I think 60 would have been the sweet spot. But £70 for free sprues. At least it's not 2 sprues. Free sprues. Box art looks nice. I would have liked to have seen him a bit bigger, but you know, whatever. Multi-part plastic kit, 61 plastic components. When you're scrolling down, this banner thing gets in your way, which is just stupid. You've got, is there an age restriction? Yeah, 12 plus. You've got to be 12 plus to get him. Don't let that stop you guys. They're the sprues. Big base look. Lots of detail, lots of skeletons, and yeah, very nice mini, very Elden Ring, as I have said many times in this video. Right, if we go back, you would think it would be clever enough to keep everything at a high price. No. So now we have to go back to sort by price descending and get it back to where it was. In the old website, it did save that. It did save your preferences. So what I'll have to do now, I have to right click, open in a new tab, click on the new tab. It's just a faff, isn't it? You know, I've always said if you have to click more than 3 times, people just won't use your website. And yeah, this is one of those examples. It's just cumbersome. Anyway, I won't drag down the web store much more. This is it. Forevermore. I won't say bad things about it because I just get it out of my system today. You've got Fangs of the Blood Queen. Yeah, paywall for this mini. She's probably going to cost, I would say, a minimum of £27.50, but she could fetch a price of £30. We just type in direwolf. Direwolves are £35, you see. So in a way, okay, let's try bats. Fell bats are £35 as well. So one way of looking at it is, again, if you can get this at a discount, Element Games, I would suggest. Wow, you can still get the army set for Fleshy at Courts at a discount. That's quite nice. Again, this is becoming a bit tricky to find. There she is. Yeah, there she is right there. So you can get it at a discount. There's 10 plus left, stock on the way. They're usually pretty good, but £52. One way of looking at it, as I say, is if the bats are 35, which is way overpriced in my opinion, and the direwolves are 35, again, a little bit overpriced, that's £70. So you're kind of saving £5 from getting the two sets separately, and you're getting her free. If you haven't got the fell bats and the direwolves, there's no reason not to pick up this set. Both of those kits are a little bit disappointing though. But if you can get this, again, for like £52, don't forget, use my Element Games affiliate link, please, and the crystal code, because you might as well use the crystal code, because you get double the number of points, which you can then use to get even more money off of future purchases. But yeah, £65, not too bad, but I would have preferred to see her separately as well for like, you know, no more than £27.50, no more than that. You've also got the Battle Tome Flesh Eater Courts limited edition. Is it still in stock? Yes, it is. £55. Yeah. Again, I probably wouldn't pay any more than £50 now for the Battle Tomes, even though that is a very nice one. You've got this Mad King Rises, again, £50. So if you just want the books today, special edition books, which you can still pick up, luck, they're going to ship on the 17th. So it's a 2-week pre-order window. Again, annoying. That seems to be the go-to now, to have 2-week pre-order windows. £50 if you want both the books. It's going to set you back £105 just for 2 books. And then if you want more Tark, you're not going to get much change from £200 for 2 books and a mini. I say it's a mini, he's a large mini, but you know what I mean. The Morbeg Knights, £35. I just want to say that the Battle Tome for Flesh Courts is 88 pages. Oh, so under that 100-page mark. And then the Mad King Rises number of pages is 96. Interesting. Okay, so the Mad King Rises kind of supplement has more pages than the Flesh Eater Courts Battle Tome. Interesting, that. Okay, moving on. You've got the Morbeg Knights, £35, which is about standard. You know, if you look at it from a point of view of the like £11, £12 each, which isn't too bad. You're probably going to get a lot of parts and sprues, or maybe it's just 3 sprues. You are getting 89 plastic components. Okay, so not a huge number of sprues, not past that 100 mark, but still. Now we have to go and close all these tabs. Then you've got the standard edition of the Battle Tome Flesh Eater Courts, £32.50. Again, would have been nice if they just, you know, capped these books at 25. They're all made in China. They're making a massive profit out of these. You've got the Dawnbringer. You've got the standard edition of the Mad King Rises for 30. So even though it's more pages, it's cheaper. You got the Crypt Guard. You got the Crypt Guard, £30. Again, I wouldn't pay any more than 25 for these. Is it just 2 sprues? For 10 of them? Yeah, 10 of them. I mean, guys, they're not Primaris Space Marines, are they? Let's face it. They're just small infantry minis for your 30. 100 plastic components though, so I'm hopeful that they do have a fair number of spare parts and heads and arms and posability, although I will never know because I'm not going to be picking them up, unfortunately. Moving down, you've got the Vargulf Courtier, £27.50 for this chap. Lovely looking mini. Kind of reminds me of the Morgul a little bit from Forge World. Again, £27.50 isn't too bad for this one. 15 plastic components. Is it just a 1 sprue? Yeah, it's just a 1 sprue though. Probably not many options, if any, for that. You've got the Abhorrent Gore Warden. Was he released previously and he's now available separately? 13 components, 27.50. Not too bad because lovely looking mini and got wings as well and a nice scenic base. This mini does actually tick all the boxes for this price point, so that's okay. You've got the Grand Justice Gore main. He gets a free pass anyway because he's got intestines as a wig and a full-on... That must be titanium. There's no way that's steel because that would just be weighing him down anyway with the severed hands. He gets a free pass at 25. I'll give him that. He's a lovely looking mini and it gives you the chance of using your Nurgle's Rot slimy paint, texture paint on his intestine. I can't wait to see the colour schemes and things for people painting him. But yeah, 10 plastic components. It'll just be one sprue for him. You've got the Abhorrent Cardinal. Looks pretty good. Not only have you got like a skeleton, but I don't know what this is. Is it? I don't know what this is. I don't think it's like a bone, but that part does look like it is. And then you've got like not only the chest, but you've also got like the open organs and things. Looks crazy. £24 for him. Yeah, not too bad, I don't think. You're getting 9 plastic components though. Yeah, that's almost like Forge World comparison. That is £24 for sort of not quite few components, less than 10. You've got the Champion with mining laser. So this is online only. £23 for this squat. 15 resin components. So again, see what I mean? You're getting 15 resin components. So this is actually Forge World resin, I think. Warning, avoid breathing dust, harmful. Yeah, so it is a Forge World mini. £23. See what I mean? It's an expert kit. £23. 15 resin components. So 6 components more than that plastic kit that we just looked at that had... 6 components fewer. You've got the Marrow Scroll Herald for £22.50. We're getting 9 plastic components. Yeah, just 1 sprue for that one. And then the Royal Decapitator. Again, nice looking mini, but very few parts, I would have thought. 9 components. Does look quite cool and will go with the army quite well. You've got the Flesh Eater Quartz dice set. We're way past the £1 per dice now. I think this has 20. So in fact this set does have 20. You're not getting a dice box, so to speak, but you are getting 20 dice, even though that image shows 16. Although that box kind of looks like there could be 20 in there. I wonder. Odd. Then you've got the White Dwarf, $6.99 for that White Dwarf, $4.97, and then we've got the new releases from sort of last week, all the made-to-order stuff. So quite a lot of pre-orders today. It mainly focuses on Age of Sigmar with all the Flesh Eater Quartz. Nothing really for 40k if you don't include that Champion with mining laser. Nothing for Old World this week. That's done and dusted. Nothing for Warcry. It's just mainly Age of Sigmar this week. And that's it. What do you guys think of all of the news and the pre-orders? And will you be picking up any of the Flesh Eater Quartz? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Lots of great videos and content coming over the next 2 weeks. So I hope you enjoy that. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.